Yay! Yay! I'll put here, actually, I'm here. Yay! Yay! Oh my goodness. What is going on with YouTube today? YouTube's gone crazy. Anyone find me? Because you're looking in a different one now. You're looking in round 2 or 3 or 4. You're looking somewhere for me. Where am I? Here I am. Anyone coming to play hide and seek? Yay, you found me. This is the fourth try of getting on, Chef. There's others. I've left them in about 3 different lives that weren't functioning. Oh, great. Can you hear me okay? You should be able to on this one. I'm back to my old laptop, even though this was an issue as well. Tell me you can hear me. Tell me you can see me. Oh, I don't know what's gone wrong with YouTube today in many different ways. Yay! You hear me? There's loads of people in 2 or 3 other chats now. I don't know if you're able to, I don't want to mess with this now. Are you able to look in the previous ones of mine? There's 2 or 3 others and just say Dawn's on a third or fourth one. I don't know if you're able to do that for me. Oh my goodness, what a palav. Oh. And when everyone gets over here, I'll tell you what's been going on with it all. Oh dear. Oh, thumbs up at least. Oh my goodness. Oh, crazy days. I can't do what I was planning on doing because everything's in the other room. This is our storeroom. I'm in the storeroom. Yay! I'm in the storeroom. Oh, thanks, Chef. I'm in the storeroom. It's like being in a broom cupboard. I'm in the storeroom. Yay! Roland Rat. No, it was Gordon the Gopher was in the broom cupboard. Yes, Gordon the Gopher. Oh, what an uncomfortable chair. I've got nothing here. Oh dear. Can you bring my water in, Mike, please? It's on my desk. Oh, so yeah, we'll just do this as a chat one now because it's taken so long to get on. Obviously would like to chat now, but let's chat about completely random things. As I say, I wait till everyone finds me because there's quite a few. Thanks so much. Thank you. Oh dear. I'm gonna wait for Chef to come back. Find how many different ones there were. Oh dear. Well, I'll start chatting anyway because if people do this on the replay, I'll be like, what? What? Each one. So, do I begin or do I talk about something else till they come? Because then I'll just have to repeat myself anyway. Okay, let me show you around the storeroom. Bedding and towels for guests, all sorted in a different array. I only seen one chat. I'll put message in there to come here. Thanks. Thanks. As I say, there was 2 or 3. Even on this one, I was just showing my storeroom. So we have bedding and towels for guests, and they're all sorted out by Mike into what size beds and what rooms, etc., and so forth. And there's other things in here. So, yes, original beans. Okay, what's happened is this. I'm now on the laptop I've always been using for my lives. And if you've been watching for quite some time, when I very first did lives, not these Monday, Wednesday ones, but my random lives, I was always complaining that this is so old. It had a separate fan underneath that we bought in addition to the computer fan or the laptop fan. And it was still hot, even to touch the keys. It was really hot. So I'm now was using today Mike's laptop. So I'm doing all these lives and that. So I'm using Mike's laptop in my room. And using it today was because we've had volunteers here, which is another story. I'm going to do a video on why they've gone so early, because I said the volunteers are here a little while ago, so I won't be so active on everybody's channel. So during that time, Mike's put his laptop in my room. He said, you're doing all these lives and everything, but the volunteers have gone early, which I'm going to make a video on. It's all good. So I've only just gone, hi there. Oh my goodness, I'm just telling the story. Basically, my laptop has been hotkeys for a long time. It's really been terrible, the keys. So today, back on YouTube, was using Mike's one in my room. And as you know, Jimmy, I came on your channel. I went on Tom Girl City one yesterday, and obviously wasn't a moderator on there, so I wasn't doing all clicking on people's channel icons, URLs, whatever. Anyway, so on your one today, Jimmy, I noticed that when I highlight let's say your channel name now, and do the @ sign, and then I could do hi Jimmy, that kind of thing. And I noticed on yours, as I put in your channel, for some reason, if I highlight, like I've always done, bless people that keep telling me, oh, you just highlight it. I know that, but bless them for trying to help. When I was highlighting today on the channel, on your channel, people's names to say hello there, it was just highlighting the whole chat. So I asked everyone, no. I tried the mouse. It's a plug-in mouse, like free, wireless, whatever you call it. It's free, like loose mouse. So we tried a different mouse on it. That didn't work. We couldn't fix it. But playing around the rest of the morning, I did go on another 2 channels. I went on Bees quickly and said, does anyone there know what to do? No. And I went on Black's Tropical. Same thing happening. So it's not channels. And while we've been playing around literally all day on this, trying to sort it out, we've realised that it's only on the YouTube chats. If I go into, say, a website or something like that, I can highlight those with no problem. So why is it only happening now on Mike's one? Now, Mike's laptop I'm using, he's obviously never done YouTube chat. So he's never highlighted it for that. So he doesn't know if that's a new thing now, or whether it's always done that and he hasn't set it up. Anyway, so I thought, right, do my live today on his one, as he's let me have his laptop so I can do the lives. And as you can see, there's been massive problem with it. On the first live I tried to do today, my screen was totally white, not even like you could see I was in the background. It was like I was holding up a white bit of paper. Blue in for me, bless her. I don't know where she's gone. And Ashley, I know, was on. Tom Girl City, I know, was on. So bless them, they're floating around somewhere trying to find me. They said they could see me. Now I couldn't see myself at all, but they said they couldn't hear me at all. Was I muted? No. And down the bottom here, it says, if you can see the microphone symbol here, it's on. So I've got no mic on Mike's mic. It doesn't work. And when I do these lives, I'm just hitting on YouTube just the webcam bit, which works on this. Let's see what you're saying. That's crazy. We learned, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. So the mic's not working. Camera's not working. What do? Go back to this one. I've got burn marks on my fingers. It's crazy. It really is. And there's nowhere you can go for help. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. And as I said, I'm in the storeroom now because luckily Mike didn't throw this one away. So don't know. As I say, where are my friends? They're on one of the others. I think this is the fourth one I've tried to get into. So, oh, Crazy Car, Old Car Junkie, I know was out there because while Mike was fiddling, he said, "Oh, there's loads on here now." No, no. And when you go on, like Help for YouTube and all that, it's robots, or what they call it, like automated. So, what was it I put in one time before? Oh, just like when you've got a channel, you can put a new, you know, if you're a first time visitor, there's a film you can watch. And it says something about if you're a returning viewer, there's like a video you can watch, which I change now and then, not very often. And on my channel, you know, when you go on your own channel, the first one suddenly wasn't there anymore, though the title was there and everything. So I went on the no help line, and I put on my channel, when I go in my own workings of my channel, that's blank. Obviously, I can't see on normal YouTube if you can see that or not. And I said, can you just let me know, are people seeing nothing or is it coming up? Hi there, Twinbrook Acres. I'm done with computers. Well, as I was saying, yeah. So I said, I don't know if anyone can see it, they're a new viewer or not. Can you just tell me? Can you check or whatever? And I said, it's only what I can see, so it may be fine. Do you have a problem with your computer? Yes. Can you read the message? I'll tell you what the problem is. I can't see this first video, but the rest of YouTube is fine. Does it happen with any other videos? And this went on and on and on. And I was like, can you just read it? What I put there, that is it. It is only for me on my channel, what they call it. And I can't see it. And I just want to know, can other people see it? Or is it like new viewers can't see that first video? And it just went backwards and forwards. Like, can you check that it's no other videos? So I said, I just put it's no other videos. And then it's, can you send me a screenshot of the video that's not playing? Well, I'm not very computer illiterate. And this old laptop I'm using right now is so slow that to go out and go in, I don't like going out and in while I'm in things because it's so slow that by the time I get back into something, so I just put, I'm not able to do that right now. And then it was another question about, can you see if there's any other problems, something like that. And I just put, I'm really sorry, but you know, this is my problem. Could you just read it and either say you don't know what to do or leave it? And it came back, can you not be so rude? So I'm like, is it not automated, or is it when the robot responses gets to a certain place and they've got no other commands, they put that up? I was like, oh, it's probably, it can't stay. No, that's great. I've been so long getting on, it's ridiculous. Oh dear, let's see. No, we don't know what to do. That's the trouble, certain age groups, we didn't even have computers. And it's like when you buy any, say, appliances or anything, you just want a basic, like a phone. I don't have a mobile phone now. I can't be doing with them. We've never had one that has your like computer stuff on it. See, I don't even have the right words. We've only had one a mobile phone that's a telephone, and it the one Mike's got doesn't even take pictures. He can text, but that's all he can do on it. So we've had those, but I can't even be bothered with that. If you want to send a text message, backwards, forwards. Oh my goodness. Hope the chopper works better. Yes, you made me laugh. Yes, I'm enjoying that. Mike has to have all his food pureed now. I'm enjoying that. Yeah, so don't know what to do really. I can't now. I don't like going on chats because I like to go and hello, hello, hello. Can't do that. I don't know where to go for help really. I mean, bless Mike, he's doing his best, but yeah, chopper works better. Oh dear. Yeah, so anyone know what to do? Let me know. That would be appreciated. As I say, I lost some peeps. As I say, Blue was on, Alcohol Junkie, Mike said was on, Ashley was on, but they probably thought I gave up because we were on that one. I think, did we try 2 or 3 times on that? And then I tried to go on this. Now, something's funny with that. Oh, by the way, I said trouble with highlighting on the chat. Well, this is what I've always been using. And Mike said, well, we'll just check it works on here. No, it doesn't. So he said, oh, there's a problem with YouTube. Because as I say, I can highlight on, what else do you call it? Like if you go on a website or something and you want to highlight, it works fine. And he went back to this where he said, well, look, it works fine. And it doesn't now. It's like how our whole system of YouTube has gone down. I don't know why. And it's funny because my subscribers has dropped how many, Mike? Over a few days? How many's gone from 1.43k to 1.41k? It's a lot. So it's gone that much down. Maybe something's infiltrated. Because Mike said, oh, it must be a problem with YouTube itself. But why is no one else saying there's a situation? I wonder, can any of you go, oh, you probably are messaging each other. I was going to say, if you're all highlighting on my actual channel here now, if you highlight someone else's, is that working that way round? Yeah, it must be, because looks like Jimmy's done. Oh, but Drunken Chef's got his @ sign in his name anyway. Can either Twinbrook Acres or Jimmy just do an @ and put someone else's name, but not Drunken Chef because he's got an @ in his actual name? I wonder, let's see what I can do. It did highlight all properly. So I would say if mine's been infiltrated, it would go wrong on here as well. But no, because that's kind of your channels. See, let's see, can I highlight anything now? Oh, see now, I've just highlighted Jimmy. Mike, it's worked all right on this. And you said this didn't before. Oh, hold on, I can't paste you though. Wait, no, it won't allow me to paste you. Paste you. Oh dear. Does anyone actually know anyone of any help? It makes me laugh as well because all these channels where they're what they call the YouTube creators and they've all got their own channel. You leave a message or a question in there, you don't get any replies. Oh, hold on, let me see. Because while I've got this open, I want to fiddle. Copy, paste. Hold on, top chat. There was a talk about that earlier, why there's top chat and live chat at the bottom. Oh, you found me. Can everyone go and find Blue and Ashley? Tell them I'm here. Blue and Ashley. I'm having troubles, Tara. Yay. So yeah, look, I can paste Jimmy up there. Jimmy's pasted. Pasted Jimmy. Oh, I'm having troubles. Now, the only other thing I could do is Tom Girl City, you've got your text to speech set up. if you can message me somewhere and tell me where you got that, because if I can't get back on channels, as I was saying, if I'm moderator now for all these channels, I can't actually do anything in the chat. I can type in the chat, but I can't, as I was saying on Jimmy's one, for example, Jimmy and I go on every person that's in the chat and I do the at the bottom, highlight their name, put it down the bottom, hello, and all that. Yay! Right. And now I feel like I can't go on the chats because it looks like I'm not saying hello, and people know that I say hello to them all. And as I say, I was in Black's Tropical Homestead earlier, and I had to come out. I just felt like I was ignoring everyone. And you know me, I've got brain problems. I can't sit and type in everyone's names, particularly some of them. That was doing my head in earlier. So, yes, Tara, welcome to my storeroom. You're in my storeroom. So if you're not sure what's happened, go back to the beginning and watch it through. It's just been murder. So I'm back now on my laptop I've been using all the time with you previously, with the burning hotkeys with skin damage. And I don't want another laptop. This is not a plug. Get me a laptop, because I've got Mike's one and it's not working. And it's not his one. It's, as I say, I can highlight other things on the computer with that. But what's happening with the mic as well on that? I don't know. Maybe I have to come in the storeroom to do live from the storeroom. And now you're going to get the sun through. He's pulled the shutters. Oh, it's blown open. So you're going to have bad lighting. Oh, look, more the storeroom. Oh, look, flying pigs. Pigs will fly. Let me move around this way, because or else I'm going to be dark. Oh, look, more storeroom. God knows what's in here. Yeah, I just got to watch now. There's nothing. Had to finally break down. Yeah, I'm breaking down. I replaced the laptop with an iMac. Oh, I don't do Apple. I don't do that. But I think I'll just have to come back on this for live. As I say, not too bad, because I should fix the shutters, bless him. Yes, so shall we talk about the volunteers? I'm going to do a video on it. Well, I don't know if I can make a video on the other one now. We'll see. Okay, the volunteers. I'll give you the story as you're hanging out, helping me along today. Oh, we knocked the glass off. Well, these workaways, sorry guys, I've got something wrong with my eye. I think because I'm growing my hair out, it's a right mess, and it keeps like just the little end of it keeps going in my eye. And it's at that stage I want to cut it, but I want to grow it out. So this bit keeps, just a tiny bit of it keeps just hitting that corner. It's really annoying. Which is why I've been wearing a headband a lot lately on my videos and lives, I've been pushing it all back. Anyway, the workaways. So the short story is, if you don't know, there were two workaways coming here to do workaway, and it was an open-ended length of time they were coming, more likely longer than a couple of weeks. And their plan was they wanted me to relocate them to Cyprus. They wanted to find a property, gave me different requirements. They didn't want to spend lots of time looking around lots of different ones, and they didn't want to pay estate agent prices of housing. They wanted like local prices, and they wanted initially something where they could grow, or rural, or something like that. Anyway, lots of talk with them and everything, and she was very keen on moving like right away, not really wanting to even go back. And he was fine about it, but a little concerned with that fear factor of moving somewhere, trying to set up a job and a house and a car. That was a big concern for them, cost of bringing their car or getting a new car. So he was a little bit dubious, like a lot of people obviously are, moving to a new country, strange place. Her cousin's here at the moment, but she's only renting and doesn't know if she's staying or going or moving further away or whatever. Anyway, I think Dawn did the job too well because they were only here for 4 days. I think 4 days. I might be wrong on that. My calendar and my facts are in my room. Hi there. Having a terrible time here right now. I'm hoping to be on yours tomorrow. I've written it down and highlighted your live. So we've got all sorts of issues on computer, but run this back and you'll see. Yes, I think I did my job too well because I gave them options. I explained prices here were rural and they really wanted to get a mortgage. You're not going to get a mortgage on a rural property in Cyprus. That doesn't work like that at all. There was one property that I was going to show them that I've talked about a way to go around and film anywhere I took them to see. And I really wanted to film it for you. It was the most perfect property. You wouldn't believe what you could get out here with views. Well, you've seen mine. Mine wasn't expensive, but the views were on a par with mine, if not a little better because it was higher up. And it had all fruit trees and the house was perfect for them. Everything they could have wanted, growing areas, everything. They could have got a mortgage for it because it was, although it was, let's say, countryside, it wasn't remote. So that, but it turned out it was a good price for what it was. And literally another man saw it and he said, if you don't show it to these other people, I will give you cash today for it. So we didn't get to take them to that one. There's another one quite near me that's for sale, well overpriced, but I could have talked that down some anyway, but they couldn't have got a mortgage on that. And then, so I discussed with them other things because the man who was work away here, I will share everything about them in the video I want to make, but because he was a little bit dubious, I said, well, you'll be happier like if I can find you a job. And there were some options on that. And I said, there's 3 ways really to integrate. You can go on, I've talked before, a site here called Bazaraki, which sells things, but also offers jobs, all sorts of things, everything you need, basically. It's like a forum, but they sell things as well, free things for free. I said, go on there, you will find local jobs there. Talk to local people when you go out to tavernas and bars and talk, spread the word. And you can also go on the Workaway, which they were already on. Workaway's changing their policy that now there are jobs available that you can have a workaway and pay them, but there's certain criteria. It must say it and a big banner across the top to say that this is a business or a paid job. And I said, with that, you can make it long-term, short-term, do it for a few months, change jobs if you find something else. It's not like a job where you're under contract. So I gave them all these options. And within 4 days, as I say, they have now left here because Dawn did a grand job. They have found a house to live in that comes with a full-time job for both of them. And it includes a car. So they said the only thing is they had to leave here straight away because they'd actually decided to book their tickets to go back with this job pending. And they booked it for next week to fly back because they said the guy wants them to come and work there for a week, paid, and check they like the accommodation and check the area where they're staying. It's not too far from here, about 35 minutes from here, further up and to the west a little bit more. And they said, if you come now, You can do your last week and live there and do the job and check it's all as you like, but on condition you then go back to your country and you've got, well, I can't remember if they said 3 weeks, but you must come back after that 3 weeks permanent and start work. So they are thrilled. All right, for me, I've lost my workaways, my volunteers, and I've got jobs that I wanted them to do. But I'm pleased for them. And as I say, I hope now that anyone who wants me to be a relocator for them, I don't charge anything. I hope they will recommend me and say, this is the person you need to go for. Because I was really hoping to film some properties and land for you guys so you could see what things cost. And there's 2 prices here, well, 3 prices. There's the totally inflated price where the people don't particularly want to sell, say, their family homes or land. But if someone wants to pay that ridiculous price, then they take it. There's the, let's say, people coming from other countries, not immigrants, what do you call them? People from other countries that want to come and live here. There's that price, which is more than obviously a local price, and there's the local price. All right, let me see what's going on here. Oh yeah, astute tourist reminds me I was having a breakdown. When you've got brain damage, guys, there's no help. There's no help. Everything's computerized and fiddle here and go here. Oh, my life. So, oh yeah, Belinda and Chuck came. Great. Running after the grands. I love that. Light of God in darkness. Hello, sister. God bless you. I'm here watching. Thank you so much. Tom Girl City. There's a YouTuber. His name is, oh, Blind Neil. He's the one I said to you. He keeps coming on your channel. Ask him. He taught me how to get text to speech. I wonder if he knows other things like how to get your microphone working, because that won't be any good, really, will it? I'm thinking if the mic's not working. Me and Mike were saying that the more these computers and things get better, they're actually worse. I was trying, I've got on this old one, let's call this my one, because this is one I've been using since you've known me, this one with the Bernie keys. We'll call it the toasted one, because I can make some toast on it while I'm talking to you. I make all my videos on, what's it called, Movie Maker. Now, since then, when I've been looking up things, I realised there's different types of Movie Maker, but this is the original. This one is Windows 7. So it's the Movie Maker for Windows 7. And it turns out you can't get Movie Maker anymore unless you go backwards. So if you see Movie Maker for after Windows 7, it's not my Movie Maker. So I thought, well, since as Mike's lent me his laptop, I'll try the Movie Maker. I think he said it's called something slightly different, Movie Editor or something. And I thought I'll try that. And this is my thoughts about things get worse. All the basic stuff isn't there. On his one, if you want to do captions, you've probably seen mine. I do caption here, point, Dawn's head is here. And I can put that wherever I want, whatever shape I want. On this updated one from Windows 10, you can only have it here, here, here. You can't change the size of the text. You can't change the format. It's got that blurry background. So if you put it here, it could blur over here. Adding music, that's a nightmare. Now, this is something to do with these new computers. You can't narrate over the top, whereas the original Movie Maker I've got, within that where you make the movies, you press narrate and I can talk over the top. Can't do that on Mike's one. You have to do some sort of external microphone or this microphone that doesn't work, narrate it into a file somewhere and then transport it in. I can just do on my Movie Maker, film as you put all the bits together. It's all different ways of doing it, but you've got all your things together. And then I can literally press record and stop it wherever I want. On this new movie editor, whatever it is, if I want to put a caption here and a caption here, I've got to split it before I can put another caption. So to me, it's all going back. There was something else I use and I can't use. Anyhow, Blind Neil, yeah, I'll have to contact him through your channel next time. He's on your, it's a bloke, isn't it? So, oh, Blind Neil, yeah. Have to, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it. I should be back with you tomorrow in some shape or form. I love text speak. Helps me a lot. It makes me laugh because I was watching your one where it kept saying my comments to you, and it kept going, new beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. And Mike was in the kitchen listening. He's like, who keeps saying your channel name? And then he explained it. He said, that's good that you've got such a long channel name. Oh, something's come up on my screen. He said, it's good you got such a long channel name because it's like saying it so much rather than a quick name. And that was funny, wasn't it? How I was just typing random letters of the alphabet just to see how it read it. It goes, anyways, he's been ordered. That was fun. Hey, Blue, you found me. Windows stopped doing movie editor software due to the ones out there being better and easier. Yeah, Movie Maker. As I say, this is Windows 7, and that is great. That's the best one. Obviously, with my brain condition, I can't do these ones where it's a lot of all these ones where you cut and have the bar and all that. The YouTube one, I can't even begin to use that. But Movie Maker from Windows 7. If I can do it, you can do it. As my little friend Bunky says, if I can do it, you can do it. Movie Maker from Windows 7. That is brilliant. It really is. And I think, you tell me, my videos look all right. Remember, I've got really old cameras, a video camera, not like a film camera. I think I do all right, really. I think I do. I Wondershare Filmora. I don't know that. Is it a paid thing? Except for the morning ones I do on my phone. Yeah, see, I don't even have that option. That must be quite good. But I'm done with gadgets. I really am. Apart from my chopper. I want things to switch on, do it. I don't want all the fancies and, probably is Windows 7 no support for Windows anymore. It was good though. Yeah, well, that's what this is. And as I say, I can cook toast at the same time on the hot keyboard. I don't know what I'm doing now. But yeah, look out. Did I post one today or is it the next one to post? As I say, I always get mixed up with what I'm editing, what I've posted, and what I always write down the next one I'm going to post. I know I've got one ready to go. If you see, they will be a bit more random because I've been playing with this new movie editor, whatever it's called. If you see videos on my channel where it's just music all the way through, not my title theme tune, I call it, and that is with this new editor, movie editor, whatever. So tell me in the comments if you think they're better, worse, or the same. Now, the reason I wanted to use it is because it's got the free music, and don't be telling me YouTube's got its free music. I think their music's, I don't like to call it music. I think it's quite awful, some of it. I don't know if it's how I'm using it, but I really dislike it, so I've never used that. I've gone on channels where they say free to use, as long as you use it in YouTube, it's free to use. Great. I've been using lots of different versions of those for all the time. And it's not because I'm monetized, because some are just starting now, some have happened a long time ago. But now they're starting to say, or I've said for a while back, once you get monetized, we'll share the money, or we take all the money. Well, that's not free to use. I guess that it is because you're not paying for it. But technically, if they're taking your money, you are paying for it. So they're not all scammy, but it's too late now to go back and wipe all that music out. So if you watch any back videos and it now goes mute, where you think, oh, I should have added some music there. Ha, that's why. Use it for free, but I pay for it to remove the watermark. Now, what was the other one Mike looked up? Ice cream. And that looked brilliant. It's called Ice Cream, and it's brilliant. I could have got on with that. To me, it was very similar to my Movie Maker. That's the closest I could see, but the same thing. It's got a watermark, and I think when do they put it on or take it off? I think if your video's over or under a certain length, I think if it's over a certain length, they put the watermark on, and I've got a feeling, I could be wrong, because I only looked at it and found that, and I thought the watermark, I think that might have been, I'm guessing, over 10 minutes long, and that would be because you need a video 10 minutes long to get monetized, like that length of video, before you get any money, 10 minutes or more, because of placement of ads. And that's if you have, I think, ads at the beginning and end. If you want ads in the middle, I don't put my ads in. I've said this, I can't control my ads, but I know they won't be in the middle if I keep my videos. I think it's under an hour. I've forgotten now because I'm obviously not interested in it. I think if they're an hour or longer, they slot them in between as well. Hi there, Dawn's having a very difficult day today. Dawn's having a terrible day, so everyone who's in here today, great. Ashley was here earlier, Blue, in one of the videos, and so was Old Car Junkie, so I can't reach them. Yeah, I need my little friends today. Oh dear, I need my mood board today. Can you imagine? What would that one be today? Oh dear. So yeah, if you not knowing what's going on or whatever, go back to the beginning of this, because I don't like to keep repeating. Blue's popping in and out because I've been just for loads of time. I need to get the dinner on. That's great. What you're having, Blue? If you're cooking, it's going to be something great. What's Katie up today? What are you up to? I'm glad you'll give me those thumbs up. That's really helpful. I'm just done with computers and stuff. As I say, someone needs to charge a reasonable amount. Oh, you know, I was saying about earlier, if you were in earlier, about you can't really just click on a site that's not sort of robotic answers. You just want a helpline, but I guess they'd be inundated. Anyway, I went on. It wasn't Google. Was it a YouTube one? I can't remember. Oh, Microsoft, because we wondered if that was an issue. And went on the help for that. And first of all, right, say your problem and blah, 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 all the steps. And then, right, we can most definitely help you. We solve every problem. I was like, oh, okay, never been on Microsoft one before. We guarantee to solve your problem, and if we can't, we're, deal with it some other way. I thought, yay, finally. And then she said, right, anything else you need to think might be helpful? So I thought, oh, it's Mike's computer's Windows 10. So I thought, well, it's Windows 10. Great, that's fine. Just 1 minute, I'm going to pass you on to our qualified technician. And then it comes up, you need to pay $1. I might get out of that. Get out of that. I don't have $1. But it's like, I'd rather phone up a technical shop here. But it's definitely, I think, to do with YouTube. Because as I say, I can highlight all these words and names now anywhere else. But as soon as I'm in a chat, so if I'm on your chats, please don't think I'm not now saying hello to everyone. I cannot highlight in a chat all day long. It just won't let me. Anyone who's just come on, if you know anyone who knows some basics, it's definitely nothing to do with the mouse. It's definitely to do with YouTube. In the live chat, I can't highlight anybody, as in if I'm on your chat, it just highlights the whole page now. And the other problem is I'm back on my old Hotkey's computer, because I was using Mike's Windows 10 one, and basically with that, the mic's not operating on the live, and for me the screen wasn't on. It was like a white page, not even that fuzzy when you first come on. It was like blank white, as if I had something over white over the camera. So if anyone can tell me on Windows 10 how I can actually get through these lives, I just go on where it says the webcam on the YouTube page, which always works fine. Glitter bombs to you, my friend. Oh, and I'm having issues. Play this back later on. I'm having major issues. Do you know any computer people? It's more about YouTube. I can't get on the live YouTube anymore other than on this old computer. And I can't highlight in chats. So I just feel like I'm being rude now, because any chats I normally go on, you all know I go, hello, hello, each individual person that's on. Doing chores. Yeah, I saw you on Black's video. That was an interesting video today, wasn't it? That was really interesting today. That was a good chat. I think they were a little bit concerned about the chat going on in it, as in their guest and that, but they wanted to get out there. But that was really interesting info going on there, particularly about the drops in numbers as well. Yeah, my point to that, they were talking, for those of you who don't know, talking about how YouTube suddenly wipes out a whole load of your subscribers and goes up and down, whatever. My 2 pennies worth to that, as they say, my thoughts are this. They push you very slowly. So when you get to 1K, you think, wow, that's a really big thing. Or let's say they do that to 100 first. Slowly. I always made a note of how many subscribers I had, and it doesn't tally by what they always say. Okay, so they take you slowly then, you're like, wow. And then when you get to 1K, you're struggling. I can't remember what number it is, but you get to almost there, and then everyone struggles just to get there. So you get there. When you get there, you're going to do your best to get a few more subscribers to keep you over there, because once you're over 1K and then drop under 1K, you then have to reapply to go back on that AdSense thing, the partnership they call it, or the partnership program. You have to reapply. And there's a lot of YouTubers saying now that have just dropped back under, when they reapply, they say no, they don't accept them back in, which is interesting. So my thoughts are, the reason they, after your 1K, they stop pushing you backwards again, because if they're playing ads, whether you're getting monetized or not, or you say you don't want to, they're still running ads, whether you accept the money or not. When you've got those subscribers and they're running ads, they want more people to watch those ads. So if they take away subscribers, you might panic and find some more subscribers. And now you've got more people watching those ads. They're saying it's a wipeout of people who subscribe but don't watch your channel. It may well be those people they're taking out, but mine's dropped drastically. Mine has dropped. Whether that's because people don't like that you're monetized, which is why I'm always completely honest, tell you how much I get, when I get it, and what I do with it. It's the same as gifts, isn't it? If people send you gifts, some people love seeing the unboxings and the gifts and all that. Some people don't like watching that kind of thing because they're upset they didn't get it. Well, that's sort of your own personal thoughts on it, isn't it? I like to see what people get. I'm happy for people, but I can understand the other way as well. So I don't know. Some people don't like that you're monetized, particularly if there's someone who works blooming hard and makes really good content, and then they see these massive channels that don't really do anything at all. And there's one me and Mike normally watch together of an evening, and they're just having a laugh, sitting there smoking, and make a big deal if they were actually smoking something quite bad and laughing, saying, oh, well, we lose viewers. So I don't know. Good info to know. I'm just at 100 now. It goes up and down for sure. Yeah, everyone's got their different thoughts on it. As I say, I've got a bit of an in on, let's say, YouTube. Not YouTube. Well, yeah, YouTube. It is YouTube. Yeah, sort of. So I know some facts and some fiction. I don't know everything, but I know more than some people know. I love a good unboxing. Yes. Yes, painting with squirrels needs some paints, I would think. What's your favourite type of paint to paint with, or do you not mind? Oils? I mostly use oil paints. And I must apologise for keep rubbing my eye, guys. I've said earlier, I'm trying to grow my hair out, and there's one little bit keeps just getting in that corner. Acrylic. Oh, yes, acrylic. Are you someone who doesn't like painting walls and that kind of thing, though, or do you not mind? Yes, I'm nervous to use oils. Okay, nervous to use oils. I had so much to show you guys today as well. Got some interesting stuff. You'll paint anything. Yeah, paint. Yeah, I've been showing some more of my paintings recently on some of my videos. I did show you, wasn't on, when I was showing my how the artist taught me how you do rocks in the sea and do the sort of waves sort of hitting the whitewash. I did do a live, can't remember which one now, but I did do a live on those recently because I'd spoken to you about that. Yeah, so as I say, I think for now I'm going to have to use this laptop to do the lives. But if anyone's got anyone who's got some basic knowledge, I'd be very grateful, because basically now it's useless. Mike's laptop is useless to me. And as I say, this one, if it wasn't for the hotkeys, mind you, it's dying altogether, but I do not want a laptop. I have to keep saying that. I really don't. I mean, I want something backwards, not forwards. This would do me, but it's dying in many ways. When it dies, what am I going to do? That gives me however long to sort out this microphone and camera. Why does it not work? I don't know. Let's not go there again. Not much of a painter, but I have a lot of experience painting interior houses because of the rentals. I only have a laptop. Yes, me too. Me too. As I say, this is Windows 7. So I don't want to do anything on it either. I don't use it. I do YouTube, obviously Gmails. I do my Gmails. I read the English newspapers on it. It's Daily Mail is the one I watch because there's no ads on it. I don't pay for an ad blocker. There's free ad blockers. So I've got Daily Mail. I read the Cyprus newspaper on here that's online. I do anything else? Oh, I sell stuff on Bazaraki that I was talking about. I've got all my old dancing stock, the last of the leotards, tap shoes, ballet shoes, point shoes, dancing on your toes. Got some of those left. A few costumes. What else have I got? Oh, battens. Twirling battens, like majorette battens. Got some of those left. Some pom-poms, the great big ones with the finger grips and the hand ones. See you there. Thanks for coming. Thanks. You helped a lot by being here today. Got some of those left. Else, tap shoes, jazz shoes, leotards, ballet tights, ballet skirts. I would send them abroad, but I think you've got to pay your own postage if you want any of that stuff. And I've got no clue how much it would be if you have to pay import tax or anything. I don't know, but I can't pay anything as long as I get what I want for them. They're not expensive. They're all brand new. Oh, some like they call them jazz pants. You can wear them for like normal, but I think I've only got up to teenage size left of those. And little children's got all sorts of little children's dance wear. The leotards, they're just all turquoise, a little bit brighter than this colour. More kingfisher blue, a bit more this sort of shade of blue. Got loads of those brand new. Again, up to teenage size. Ballet skirts, I've said, but all different types of ballet skirts. As I say, I would send them abroad, but as long as I get what I want for them, whoever wants them pays the rest. If someone's just starting up a dancing shop or a dancing school, be perfect. It'd get you going on those. So I really need an outlet for those. I'm selling them on Bazaraki, but obviously they're very slow to sell like that. It's maybe one thing now and then at a time. So I go on Bazaraki. What else do I do? I don't think I do anything else on computer. Obviously watch YouTube and make my YouTube films. So I wish you could get something more basic. I've got a tablet, but they've got such small memory that all I've got on there is a few games and learning apps. I've got puzzles on there, that kind of thing. So it's a fun thing, and it's got Greek. Everything's, well, not everything, but most things are in. Most things on there are games and things in Greek. So I keep practicing in Greek. There's like Hangman, and it's in Greek. Things like that, and it's quite good, that Hangman, because when you've actually made the word, it gives you a theme or topic, what the word is. It could be anything, and let's say it's a film, and then when you've made it, all in Greek obviously, the word, and you got it right, it then tells you a little bit about the film. Or if it's a fruit, when you've got the word right, it then tells you a little bit of information about the fruit, and that all in Greek. So that's really good. Yes. So anything you guys want to know at all, don't ask me. But it's funny, I can tell you things, how to do things on YouTube, but when there's a glitz on it, like I can tell you like how you find this and how you link to that and all that. But if it's an actual error, I don't know. Or if anyone hears that anyone else is having this problem all of a sudden with this highlighting in the chats. I don't know. I played with this one earlier. Now this one's working now. Spuds are in, the bangers in the oven. Time to sit for a minute. Oh, nice. Spuds, bangers and mash. Is it bangers and mash? I like talking to Blue because Blue like speaks my language. What was it I was talking about to Mike the other day? And I went, oh, Blue will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Jimmy was saying something weird this morning on his channel. Something about English people. I can't remember quite what it was because I was trying to sort out this problem while I was on his live. English people say something about a sledgehammer is slang for a Monday. Not where I come from. Is it in your area, Blue? You never heard it. And he's reading out all these facts and funny information and that, and he goes, Dawn, is that right? I've never heard that. And as I say, I was having trouble sorting out how to highlight. Yeah, with onion gravy. Oh, we've got onion gravy. I bet you're making your own though, are you? Yeah, it's annoying because something I was going to do, you know, my Monday lives are lots of different topics and themes. And one part of today, I was going to talk about sweets or candy, as the Americans say, old-fashioned ones that we used to have. So, yeah, anyone in the chat now that wants to talk about that, and I will do it again next week. Any sort of children's sweets or anything like that, what ones you used to have. And a neighbour of my mum's, so where I lived as a child, she used to do market research, which is, it's actually a cool job. And you work for different brands come to you, and you have to bring people in to come and try out things and test things, or watch a preview advert and say what you think the advert's for as quick as you can, or if you like the advert, or just that kind of thing. And then the person whose house it's in gets quite a lot of money actually for that, for market research. But they come in your house normally, like you ask your friends and neighbours or whatever. And there were a few that children could do. And one was, and one was a sweet that came out, and Texan bar. And it's always been my favourite sweet. Do you remember that, Blue? And it was like, it wasn't actually nougat because I don't like nougat, but imagine a cross between nougat and toffee. It was a sort of milky, creamy colour with chocolate all round. But you know how Twix has that bit of caramel in? Well, it kind of had a bit of that within the chocolate as well. It was really nice. It was a cool advert, and I did the market research for that as a child. And the other one I really liked, and it didn't come out, was they called it Tutti Frutti. Now there was Tutti Frutti sweets, little squares, kind of like, I guess you call them M&Ms now, but they were squarey, and they had mint ones as well. So I thought, well, why are you calling it Tutti Frutti? But it was quite long, and it was, imagine you'd rolled out marzipan in sausages, all different colours, and then kind of twisted it into one bar, but they weren't squished together, so they were round, and it was really soft. It wasn't marzipan, but it was really soft. And I said I was about 9 or 10, 9 probably, because I wasn't like going to senior school. And they said, what do you like and what do you not like? I said, I love it. It really tasted nice because you had all those different flavours in one bite. And you could taste a bit of banana, say, and a bit of strawberry, all in that one bite, and you got all the different things. And I said, oh, it was really nice, but I don't like the name. And they said, well, what would you call it then? And I always remember this. I should have been advertising. And I said, rainbow. And they went, oh, that's a good idea. And never saw it. Never came in the shops or anything. Tutti Fruttis was, oh, you still have there the proper square ones. Yeah, they were like little tablets. And when I had my little doctors and nurses like outfit game, you know, not last week, when I was little. I cheered myself up there. I used to use them as tablets for my teddies and dolls. It was like, oh, they were tablets. Because you had a mint one. I don't know what they called the mint one. Do you remember that? They were white, just white squares. Yeah, what do they call the mint one? Do they still do that one as well? What's your favourite sweets or candies, everyone? I used to like blackjacks, which were like little square, like licorice kind of. They weren't quite licorice, they were more of a dark chew. I liked those, and you could get several of those for, I think they were a penny or something stupid. I've always liked Twix. I do like Twix. Jimmy's sending me, it's like maple syrup chocolate, I guess you'd say. He's sending me some of that because I saw it on one of his videos. I'm like, oh, maple syrup. I love maple syrup. Can't get it here. And I was like, oh, that looks really nice. It's probably really sickly and creamy, I can imagine. Oh, perfect. Dolly mixtures. Oh, what, for the pills? Yeah, for the tablets. Yeah, I wasn't keen on Dolly mixtures. I like that one. Oh, licorice all sorts I'm thinking of now, where it was that round soft and it had the bobbles on, pink ones and blue ones. And in the end, they made that a separate sweet that you could get. I think all-time favourites had to be jelly bears or gummy bears. You're kind of more into the sweeties, aren't you? Yes. What else do I really like? Sweet-wise, Curly Whirlies. I expect they're expensive now and smaller. Tell me that. Curly Whirlies, they were 2p. I think they went up to I don't know, did they go to 10p? Yeah, what are they now, Blue? They must still do them. I bet they're dead short as well. Yeah, curly whirlies, they were quite nice. I like toffee sort of things. I don't like just chocolate. I'll eat dark chocolate. I like white chocolate. I can eat what I call nice chocolate, like Galaxy, that's got flavour, but just milk chocolate on its own, not particularly. What was I used to buy? It was pick and mix, wasn't it, mate? Mostly you went in a sweet shop in England and they had all the jars up. You still go places, don't they? They're bringing them back again. Cough candy. I still like aniseed now. Blooming tiny now. They're 4 for £1 and a quarter of the size of the original. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 4 for £1. I just want one. Well, it's £1, but you get 3 free. Pick and mix is awesome. Yeah, Woolworths. Do you know there was Woolworths out here when we first came? And it all stopped in England, but there was still Woolworths here. A part of Debenhams. I think it's just gone recently. But yeah, there's Woolworths out here. I was like, wow, there's Woolworths. It wasn't quite your Woolworths. It was sort of, it was a bit more, let's say, British Home Stores. Let's say that. It was a bit more that. It wasn't Woolworths. And when I was younger, I couldn't ever get a Saturday job because of stage school. But some of my school friends got Saturday jobs. And I was like, I'm dancing on a Saturday. But a lot of them went to work in Woolworths because apparently you got the day off if it was your birthday. And right until the day it closed, they still kept that as their policy. Woolworths is huge in Australia, one of the major supermarkets still. Yeah, that's more what it was like here, sort of more, wasn't food supermarket, but yeah, like British Home Stores. I think I'd be shocked if I came back there now, what there is and what there isn't, because I don't think there's many things left. Yeah, I was sad out here. You've got Morgan's close chain brand, and my name isn't really, but one of my many persona names was still Morgan, and Mike bought me tops with Morgan print on, so that was fun. It's majorly different now. Yeah, they say never go back. It's like where I was born. I was born in Brookwood, which is Guildford, Dorking, that sort of area, Guildfordy area, quite away from Guildford, but that sort of area. And when my parents lived there, there was like 6 houses, I think there was. Michael Aspel was born in one of them, and he was there when we lived there as well, his family. And I think I've spoken about this before. There was, I say a village, there wasn't, there was, I think, 4 shops or something, and I forget what they even were. I'd have to ask my mum, I can't remember, but she always laughed and said there wasn't anything you needed, wasn't those sort of shops, but one of them was a pram shop, she said, because there was nothing much else to do. So that was funny. I'm sure she said there was 4 shops, but not shops, nothing you needed, and one of the 4 was a pram shop in the middle of nowhere. So I bet that's all different. Woking, that's where Brookwood is, Woking. I was only there till I was about 3 maybe, so I just remember the road we lived in, but I don't remember much else. You laugh about the pram shop. Well, the days where mostly a lot of women were still working from home, that was the era, wasn't it, when it really, working from home, yeah, housewife, that was the era it was changing. I was born 64, so yeah, there's still a lot of, and my dad worked in Wimbledon at that point. Sorry if no one knows where I'm talking about. Wimbledon, South London. So he had to get the train every day to go to work. I suppose it's like today that, well, not today, it's changing, but it's sort of out of London was a lot cheaper, and that's how they got their first home. They got an actual house, and then gradually they moved back. They moved to Sutton in Surrey, going to South London, and they moved there and got another house there, and then they moved where they are now when my dad's died, but where mum is now. They both moved there, and that was a new build. What would that have been? 70s, possibly. And it's a cul-de-sac again, funny enough. And it was my dad's mum lived, there was like a loop road, only like a back street sort of road, a loop road. And in the middle of all that was allotments. And this is why it's a cul-de-sac, because they got rid of all those allotments and they built 8 houses. And I was like, how many houses? Well, they were number 8 and they were the last one, but the first one you got to. And yeah, and they had some battle for a while that it wasn't a private road, but the council refused to come and do bins and sweep the road and all that, but it wasn't private. But they didn't want to add it onto their route, basically. So that was quite funny. Yes, I lived there until I left home at that. So I've been in 3 houses with my parents. So, but only the same infant school, junior school and senior school. So I did swap schools at any point and went to stage school as well, which some people might get confused. It's not an all-day place. It wasn't education. It was only dancing, and it was most nights and all day Saturday. And I do mean all day Saturday. You have breaks, and I've talked about this before. Look at my video where it says something about I was abandoned. I think that was alive. Yeah, I think it was alive. I was abandoned, and it's how they left me there and told me never to go in someone's car or off with anyone else. If they were never somewhere to pick me up, just wait. And I waited hours. So go look at that one. It's alive. It's not these pictures of live. It's just like normal picture. I can't remember what the picture is. I think I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing this. And I got some thumbs down because people wanted tragedy, thinking I'd been abandoned, maybe a divorced or something, I don't know. And I got thumbs down for that. Another video I got thumbs down for. Thanks, Ashley. Not that you gave me thumbs down, but it was the alien rose. And I called it something about I've got an alien rose growing in my garden, something. And people were quite disgusted that it wasn't a real alien. I said it's an alien rose, and that's not what an alien looks like, and such. People are screaming for allotments now, yeah, and apparently quite expensive. Quite expensive. You'd think with all the issues, food shortage and all that, didn't they used to be for people who lived in flats and that first? I'm sure they got first option initially. I'm sure they used to. Or if you live like on a council estate, I think you got the next option if you didn't have a garden, because some didn't always have gardens, although a lot had really big, long gardens. Yeah. And I believe there's more incentive that they're trying to get people to go and grow in, say, old people's gardens and then share the produce. I think that's brilliant. The ones here over 100 a year. Some of the private ones, 200. Wow. Wow. I could rent you little plots here. That's ridiculous when you think what an actual property could be. Wow. I mean, the sort of people, or homesteaders and people like you that grow for your food and that, but a lot of allotments were for people who couldn't afford to shop or have a car to drive and those kind of things, and they couldn't afford that kind of thing. Or pensioner. Oh, I might have some news about my pension that I've been waiting 3.5 years for. I'm not that old, but I had a pension coming. And since I've been out here, they've refused to give it to me. So it's about 3.5 years overdue. It's not much. It's something ridiculous like £10 a month. It's something really stupid. And I think they wanted me to give up the fight because it was so worthless. It was costing me more to get it than not get it. But you know me, I might get down on things, but I'm getting up and back to leave. I'm getting there. So it looks like I've been through the ombudsman for ages, but I hear that no one works in England anymore if it's a civil service job. So even the ombudsman's taken months. Months. And the only reason is they're not paying it is because I got married living in Cyprus, so I have no paperwork in England with this married name. I don't have a passport, so that I don't have a driving license, and the pension place reckoned they couldn't pay me without it. I got paperwork from Cyprus to say not only is this really me and official, why are you sending me stuff if you say it's not me, sending me private information about myself. And also as well, you have to accept documents that says I live in Cyprus, and basically pay up. And when you get married in Cyprus, because we're not Cypriots, you get your proper documentation like marriage certificate. Well, here you get 5 originals, so they're not copies, they're all the same. We get one goes back to your homeland country and filed in birth, death, marriage, that place. So they have that there to look up for such things. One goes to the high church here. One stays in the place we got married. One goes somewhere else, official place here for documents. So they had all those. Ashley, please play this back at the beginning at some point. And I keep saying, where's Ashley? Ashley would just come on when Mike switched off. Oh, great, you're here. So sorry. I feel so sad when you tried to be here for me. Allotment started to supplement people's food during the war and rationings. Yeah. Now, don't come at me, but I believe if you've got, I know Blue gets money coming in. Do you agree, Blue? I think because some people get money coming in but blow it on the wrong things. I'm not saying you can't choose what you spend your money on, because you should have free money to spend as you wish. But some of it should be very specific to this is your food, this is your heating, those kind of things. So I'm not saying you have to do that. But rationing, that's what that was all for. And no one was ever short. So now, like Ashley's saying, short of this, short of that, should everyone not get, I'm not saying rations per se, but limited. No, not limited. That's the wrong word. I have to be careful when I talk because I upset people. How can we say it? Well, let's say you've got a petrol situation. So some people have got, let's say, a motorhome, 3 cars or 4 cars in the family if you've got like grown-up children. But some of those are just sitting in the garage. So should something like that be rationed or not? Should it be first come, first serve? I don't know. I'm not in the situation. I'm just trying to say what I think. But I do know, like, they're saying they don't want people to smoke. Well, stop taxing food, do more tax on the cigarettes, I don't know. Yeah, I just think rationing worked, didn't it? Rationing worked to some degree. All right, there was the black market. You're always going to get that, aren't you? I don't know. Or what happens now with, can say someone like me ship you stuff? I don't know. It just gets me. I'm a tiny little island, and we don't have shortages. Yet most of our stuff is imported in. So how does that work when big countries like, say, America have got rationings on lots of stuff, and they've got their own industries. It's very interesting. Panic buying causes, panic buying causes shortages. Yeah, I think that's it here. We don't play to those sort of games. The Cypriots, and here, like in England, you'd have, say, the caravan to go for your weekends, or the chalet, or those kind of things. Here they have the farmland. That's kind of their weekends away. Oh, that hair's getting on my nerves. They have those to go to. And what they do here, you know, it's big families. So the grown-up son on his one will grow root vegetables. The yaya, the grandma, she might over there be growing the wheat and the barley and be making the bread. And then this family's plot, the cousin and the uncles, they'll be growing more fruit trees. And then Aunt Nellie, there's no Aunt Nellie's in Cyprus, Aunt Nellie, she'll be having the olive grove. So between them, they have everything. So there's that. Yeah, we don't do this panic buying and all that. I must say, if you go in, there's some shops here where the Brits go, where the Cypriots don't, such as they've now got Lidl here. You don't see Cypriots in Lidl. They will be empty of toilet rolls and things like that, I'm told. And that says it. That says it all, doesn't it, really? Do Cypriots not wipe their bottoms? Actually, I've got a cheap tent. I got a cheap tent to go camping. Cheap because it has no top on it. And there goes Ashley. There goes Ashley. Oh dear. Yeah, no top on it. Oh, that's funny. Mike had a trailer tent, the one that's off the floor and you open the two sides out. When I was first going out with him, he showed me it in his, I think it was his brother's garage, and he said, oh, I bought this. He bought it second hand. It was old, really old. And can you believe at that point, I'm like, okay, yeah, we never used it. But he kind of wishes now he'd bought that out with him. He sold it, and he kind of wishes now that would have been ideal here, wouldn't it, now? But the ventilation's also. The ventilation's awesome. Yeah, I could come back with that. Yeah, I've got to come back, but I don't think I could say it here. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Oh dear. If you could go anywhere in England camping, which area would you all go? Which area would you go camping? Mind you, Ashley, if you ever come out here, bring the tent, because it's too hot for tents out here. You'll need that ventilation. Where would you go? Oh, no, I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't thinking that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah, a man went into the doctor's and he says, oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. He said, I can't stop shopping. He said, I went and bought myself a bell tent. He said, and then I went out and bought myself a teepee. What's wrong with me? And the doctor said, you're just too tense. Camping on Dartmoor. Ooh, Dartmoor. That would be good. Yeah, Dartmoor. So you're like the rural. Yeah, you should put your tent out somewhere and rent it out as glamping with a view of the night. See the stars in a special glamping tent. That would be good. absorb nature and the weather. Yeah, Dartmoor, where would I go? Camping. Where would I go in England camping? Scotland somewhere. Or one of those like islands off of Scotland. I wouldn't live there, or I think it's too bad weather, but a nice summer. Maybe one of the islands off of Scotland, one of those sort of places. Not Scotland itself, there's some really beautiful places. Where was it I went in Scotland? Alice, is it called? Alice. I think it's towards the bottom of Scotland somewhere. Really pretty. Nice river there. Really big river. I rent out the driveway for people to park on. You serious? I know people do that. You can get a lot of money for that. How many cars could we fit in our driveway? Hundreds. Hundreds. We've had parties here and people go, it's all right to park on this road. It's like, it's not a road, it's our driveway. Park where you like. Oh dear. Yeah, we've got to get on with changing all that round. But that's not our task right now. We have other tasks. We have a lot of jobs to do. We've always got things to do. We're on debating now. I talked at the top of this about why our volunteers left after a few days. All good, but run this back to see why they went so early. And we're thinking now, do we use their accommodation and put up for an Airbnb right now and get some wonga? Or do we get more workaways because I've got lots of jobs? Not sure. Mike says workaways. Because we haven't done everything we want to do for Workaway yet, for Airbnb yet, and I won't put it on the site because I don't want people reading it and like, oh yeah, nice, da, 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 da. We want to put it on the site when we're done, as in we're doing other areas for them on the land. So I don't want to put it live on there. So that's why if you see in my videos, I'm actually saying, if you're interested in our Airbnbs, because we're going to have other ones and different amounts of people and all sorts of things. If you're interested in them, email me. It's my neighbour's drive. I knew it was a joke, but it could be serious. I love it, Ashley. I really do. Oh, Richard, yeah, I love it. Oh dear, you're really good medicine, Ashley. You really are. Oh dear, it'd be fun living with you. It really would. Oh dear, it'd be so funny. Oh. Oh dear, we need you, Ashley. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got one big allotment here, so if you want to come as a workawayer, you get free accommodation. It's jolly good. Free accommodation. You have to pay for all your own food because we just feed ourselves. And that leaves you free to, if you want to go off by yourself and look around and have a holiday, you're not tied to any meals or eating times. So you get free accommodation. It's not in our house, but it's on our land. It's pretty nice. If you go on my Workaway site, I do link it now and then in places. If you can't find it, go on any video where it's about Workaway and the link will be there. Go on there. And I don't know what pictures we got of that actually. But anyway, go on there and then you can actually read on my site comments from workaways that have been here. So obviously the last people haven't done that yet, but you'll get that. Yeah, so you get free accommodation. You're separate, but if you want to come and socialise anytime, and you can do either projects. Unfortunately, the workaways, because they've gone early, didn't quite finish my wall I'm building, but you'll see that coming up. I'm going to do a video on them. I have explained in this why they went early, but I'm going to do a bit more probably as a video because not everyone watches the lives back and I'll be, what? What's happening? I thought you had volunteers. yeah, so as I say, you can socialise with us, you can do gardening stuff, or you can do fun building projects or whatever. But don't go on holiday to do digging unless there's gold in them hills. We have found treasure here. We have found treasure because Cypriots used to, in the past, not throw rubbish away. They used to bury it. So you'll see near us mounds, and we found all sorts in there. Got old china, and you must have seen the plates that I've salvaged. Must have seen them. Sorry about that. Tanny called stuck behind a crash on the. Oh, that's all right. He's stuck behind one on the motorway home. Oh dear. Just talk about workaways. Read back Ashley's comments about he's renting out his driveway, Blue. That's quite fun. Yeah, well, that's why we do Airbnb, because some people want to come on a free holiday, as in free accommodation, and some people just want to come on holiday. So our Airbnbs, we're going to have 3. They're all completely different. They all offer completely different things, and they're all, I don't want to say different standards. They're just completely different, but I will be going into that a bit more in the future. One's for 2 people sharing a double bed, so up to 2 people. A second one is the same, and the third one that's not finished is for up to 4 people, so it's a double bed and then a sofa bed, but it's like a proper bed it pulls out to. It's not like a sort of campy bed, it's a proper bed it pulls out to. And that one will have its own kitchen, its own shower, its own toilet. The double bed's in a separate bedroom for that, and the sofa bed's in like the lounge dining area. But that's the one not finished yet, because we're not paying anything to do that. So we find things as in auction and that. So we found the shower, toilet, sink, all new. By the way, the shops closed down, and then they sell the stuff off at auctions. Yeah, we're waiting because Mike's building the kitchen there out of pallets and all sorts of things. It's going to be rustic but nice. The second one, that's a double bed, is that's the one that the workaways use this time, but that's the one, it's good for an Airbnb. That one is more for people who just want sort of basics and go out all the time. So that's got an outbuilding that's got their own shower, toilet, sink, and it's got the cookout. If you've seen the cookout, which is just outside that building, it's got an outside cooking area, but it's really nice. Mike's done it. If you go on Mike's channel, you'll actually see all the progress of that, because he's done that on his channel. That's Olive Farm Retreat, Cyprus. And then so that's self-contained, if you like. And then the third one is the one that was our original Airbnb that I stopped because of COVID, and I couldn't have people bringing their things with them. And that is in our house, a double bedroom. And that one, we do bed and breakfast and use of the swimming pool. And the reason the other 2 don't get the use of the swimming pool is because we want the one in our house to be like exclusive use of the swimming pool. We don't want like loads of people coming from. That's something I find when people do lots of accommodation. They think it's all private and lovely, and then suddenly all these people come into the swimming pool. So the one in our house, again, we only give breakfast. We give breakfast for that one, but you've got used to the swimming pool. So you see, they're all completely different, and it's what you prioritise for your holiday, whether you want privacy, you want your breakfast, whatever. So 3 completely different things. Let's see. Ah, good for him. Yeah, he's so creative. He really is. I want 5-star service. Well, this is something else. We always say, if you want more than what we're offering, because I was talking about this the other day. People say, oh, it says we can't use your washing machine, for example. But can we? It says you don't provide us with dinner, but could you do that for us? Do you see all these things? So our answers are, well, it says we don't do that. If you want that, there's other accommodation that you pay for that. Ours aren't expensive. They are to get you into Cyprus and have a cheerful holiday. I won't say cheap, but it's not affordable. Affordable. Realistically priced. If you want all what they call it, Egyptian linen, that kind of thing, then go and pay for that service. Oh, and could you pick us up from the airport? I don't drive, so I'd have to pay for a taxi to get me to you to bring you back. So, well, I don't know many places that do pick you up. All right, you've got transfer in a coach from a lot of hotels, but then go and pay the hotel price. So yeah, it's completely different what we're offering. So, and I want it to relate to the sort of property you're coming to, as in a rural hideaway. So yeah, as I say, Olive Farm Retreat Cyprus is the name of our property, and that's Mike's channel name, where you'll see a bit more about the accommodation and things. Lou says Tammy is supposed to take me on a cruise next year, so he can do his favourite pastime, hold the bar up. I could go interesting things, interesting places. Yeah, I was saying about our honeymoon from here. We did 2 cruises, one to Egypt, which I spoke about in a recent live, so you might have seen that, and to Rhodes, which is a Greek island. That's not too far from here. Tanny, sorry, my friend's drunk again. Oh, Tammy, yeah. Did I say Tammy when I was reading it, or did I say Tanny? A cruise, wow, yeah. Yeah, so that's the only cruise I've been on. I don't like these big cruises. I said to Mike, I'll do a cruise on condition one, it's not over choppy seas. I don't travel well. And why do I sit with my hand out? It's because my elbow's on Mike's chair. I just realised it's like, hello, everybody. I just realised it's sort of there waving around all the time. Yeah, and I said not a big one. I don't want one with all this all singing, dancing. I don't like. All right, they offer more things, but then you've got more people, or you've got this thing where you've only got certain sittings you can go and have your food, but then you've got to get out because the next sitting's coming. I want to go for my meal in the times, but sit there till I want to go. Not right next sitting. So yeah, the too big, not for me. All these ones with all these wonderful things going on, no. Oh, and we also, when we was in Egypt, we did a cruise up the Nile. It's one of these great big, I think they call them river boats. That was really nice. That was lovely. So anyone going to Egypt, do this Nile. I don't know if they call it a Nile cruise, but it's like a massive river boat thing, a really long, thin sort of big boat. Yeah, at least I know here he's being babysat while I'm not there. Yeah, cruises are good for that. If you've got like hand, if someone wants to like go off and sort of touristy things and all that, because you can go with the group or someone or on your own, and they don't have to go. Yeah, that probably works really well then. Oh, you work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've said before in the kitchen, you've got paid a year's wage for 3 months' work. Yeah. One of my workaways, the very first one I haven't got any film of him because I didn't really think to do that initially. He worked, I think it was Dubai, as a waiter in a massive hotel. And he said the pay was really good. And every time they want them, they just ring them, but they have to go from whatever country they are. And what he does is work away in between being called up. And he said, but they treat the workers there, this hotel, like absolute rubbish. And the hours they work are ridiculous. But even that, the money is really good. So he said for him, it was worth all the. They check their hair, as in literally like they're checking for nits, and they check their fingernails, and because it was a top-notch place. But they, you don't do that to people, do you? So he said, yeah, the money was so good. It was literally what you're saying. The money was so out there. So yeah, Ashley, here we go. I took my missus on a cruise a couple of years ago. Yeah, okay, it was a rainbow on a pond. And was she grateful? You should have just put some wine in there. I would have been happy. Because it wasn't red. You work hard for it to be fair. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I bet you were treated well. Yeah, he was saying about his uniform and that they had 3 uniforms because the different service. He obviously had different for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and evening meal. And he said, but they literally took them and put them in the wash between. So they had to iron and press them all the time. So each wear they had to be ironed after they'd been put in the wash and that before the next service, because they didn't then have time between every single service, because as soon as they finished breakfast they were setting up for the dinner and just had to get changed, so they couldn't do laundry then. If you work in hospitality because you don't want someone's nuts in their food. Oh, sorry. You do if you work in hospitality because you don't want someone's nuts in their food. Ashley says, I've got no hair, so no tears. But I do get fleas skating on my shiny balls. Oh, that's so funny. That really is. Yeah, I was worried about my work-wise, my volunteers, because we'd been Skyping them a couple of times before they came, because they bought some things for us that we needed, that we couldn't import. And you're like, what do you call them? The batteries, titanium batteries? Is it titanium batteries? The ones you can put in cameras and that. Titanium. Anyway, those batteries, you can't buy them here because you can't import them here. So they brought some over for us. We ordered them online, and yeah, it all went through, and we're like, great. I think it was from Germany. It's the cheapest we could get them. And we went, great, they're coming. And then, like, just before they were supposed to be here, we had a message from the company. Sorry, they've been rejected and sent back. Can't import them there. So they put some in their hand luggage. What did I talk about that? Oh, yeah, I was worried about him because Skyping, I'd seen what he looked like. And he had dark hair, a lot of hair. And when he came, he had shaved it all off. Well, intense heat he wasn't used to. I was really worried about him. He put a hat on sometimes, but he's like me. If I put a hat on, I sweat. I'm sweating now. My hair is so thick. So he didn't like to wear the hat, which I understand, because for me, I really sweat with a hat on. When I was little, I always remember my mum's like, keep your sun hat on. And she didn't get, I wasn't just a kid going, oh, I don't want the sun hat. My head sweats and you feel like you're going to pass out. That's how hot my head gets if I wear a hat. You don't often see me, and that's why headbands, you see me a lot with headband, particularly if I'm gardening. I just leave my hair out the way. Lithium, what did I say? Lithuanium? I don't know. I've got a clue what I want to say sometimes. Lithium. Be interested to know what I actually said. Lithuanium? I don't know. Who knows what I say? Ashley. So, ladies, I'm hogging the chat. I will make tea. Be right back. I don't like tea, so don't worry about making me tea. I don't like tea. Yeah, I'm going dark. Is it too dark for you guys? Because I'll put the light on if it's too dark. What time is it? Oh, I'll finish soon anyway. Let me just put the light on. One seckie. Is that better? I feel I'm a bit not pixelated, but like slow-mo now. Maybe the speed slowed down there. Who knows? Yeah, what was we talking about? Oh, me speaking. Yeah, I say things and Mike interprets. I've got a few I've been saying lately. Can't remember what I've been saying lately, but I've been coming out with weird words. I'm getting on better with the Americans because I'm speaking more their language than I am my own now. And as I've said before, I've trouble with Greek and Cypriot because I've learnt both, but sometimes I forget which is which. The Cypriots understand the Greek, but the Greek, no. Greek people don't understand Cypriot. Oh dear. So Blue, what's your favourite thing to make of all the things you make? Not just for home, but if you had to make one thing, you get that. If you had to make one thing, let's say what's your signature dish? That's it. So if you was going to impress me, or it might not be your signature dish, if you was going to impress me, what are you making? What do I make best? I used to make desserts. I used to make wonderful desserts. I just can't cope with long strung out laborious things. Can't cook the ingredients anyway, but that's beside the point. If I had the ingredients, I still wouldn't. I just can't focus for long enough. I make my sponge cake once a week, and that lasts us the week. Sometimes now I'm putting in lemon juice because we've got abundance of lemons. Make amazing cakes. I just don't eat them, so I never make them. Yeah, I used to make this one. I don't think I've even got the recipe, and I can't remember what it was called. But with after eights, and then you used to put the after eights standing up all round the outside, and then you design and poke a couple in the top. Can't remember anything much else about that. Cake wise, I used to make pineapple upside down cake. Need to make that again. That was quite easy, I believe. I have to look through. I don't know if you saw my or whether I posted it on my other channel, sorting out my recipes, and I show a book. It's only like a little notebook that I say that I used to come home from school and write down anything we made at school. They should do that again. Teach cooking in schools. I don't know, hun, honestly. I like the ingredients. Tell me what is best for them a lot of the time. Alpha's going to make one meal. Dorset apple cake. Is that like that sort of spongy thing where you lay the apple slices on it? I don't know if that's what that's called, or am I thinking of something else? It's like slices of apple laid on like a spongy thing. Is it that? Oh, I tell you what I do like, but I've never made it. Arctic roll. Oh, Arctic roll. I could do an Arctic roll right now. And Viennetta. See, we're getting right off of making cakes now. We're on my subject now. Viennetta. But the original's the best one. Mint one's not bad. And you know I like my mint ice cream. Scallops and king prawns with lime and caper butter to start. Ooh. Ooh. Prawns are good. I like sauces. For main meals, I do like a sauce. I like steak Diane, and out here they do chicken Diane, so it's cheaper. But they do steak Diane as well. I like peppercorn sauce. Sauces for me. Was it? Yeah, it was Blue I was talking to about having Chinese the next day. So black bean sauce, sweet and sour sauce. Arctic roll. Isn't that a penguin that slipped over? Nice. Excellent. Oh, nice. So that's got meat in it then, hasn't it? I don't like meat in my desserts. chicken with juniper berries and fresh fennel, kohlrabi, and fresh herb vinaigrette with a spiced honey cake with homemade honey and lavender ice cream to finish. Oh, lavender ice cream. When I was in Isle of Wight, I believe, they had not an ice cream shop, but like that on the street, like an ice cream vendor, if you like, where they do all these like loads of different flavours ice creams. And the weirdest one I've ever had, they had weird ones there. It was rice pudding ice cream. That was interesting. They had like champagne and all sorts of sorbets and that as well. But proper ice cream, rice pudding flavour ice cream. Do like ice cream. Ice cream. That's our luxury in the summer. If it's on offer, might buy a tub of out here ice cream's made with like double cream, so it's like proper ice cream, and that's our treat. If it's on offer, here buy a tub of ice cream. It's really cheap. How much is the ice cream, hun? $2.99 for how much? That's euro. What is that? The ice cream tub size? 2 litre? It's in the freezer now. 2 litre. That's not bad, is it? For like proper ice cream. It's not like that. Like water, not sorbet, but you know, sometimes you buy ice cream in a tub and it's ice particles. This is like proper. Ooh, I got connections to the Isle of Wight. Ooh, ferry? You got a ferry? You got a ferry there? No, Ashley's got a ferry. Or is it a telephone line? I did a sketch, one of the shows I wrote and produced. I must get on and get those. They're all going to go on my dancing channel, any of my show stuff, even if they're sketches. I must get on and do those because Ashley liked them. There's some real funnies. And I always did a few sketches and audience participation within it. And it was in the middle of, because you have children watch as well, and sometimes they get a bit fidgety, so you need to break it up. So this was in my Alice in Wonderland show that I did. And I had Alice come out and the Cheshire Cat come in the auditorium. And Alice is on the phone to, this is back in the old days, guys, like a proper telephone, okay, so you get it. And she's on the phone and the Cheshire Cat picks up the phone in the audience and she's like, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And in the auditorium, Cheshire Cat's like, I can't quite hear you. I don't know what it is, Alice, but I really can't quite hear you. There's a fault on the line. She goes, oh, hold on a minute. I think I know what's wrong. And she goes in the audience and you pick some smarty, some smart person there, or a kid that's really like starting to get fidgety and playing up. And she says, oh, can you come here and hold up the phone wire for me for a better connection? So they stand there holding it. And then she goes back up on the stage and she goes, oh, can you hear me now, Cheshire Cat? Can you hear me a little bit better now? And he goes, it's a little bit better, but I still can't really hear you very well, Alice. Oh, hold on a minute, she says. And she goes down and picks someone out the audience. I always say if it's a younger brother or sister that maybe started dancing and left, they're a good one to choose. So she goes down, gets another one, says, oh, can you help? Can you hold up the wire here? Maybe that will help with the connection. And so they're standing there. So the two of them holding up with their arms up the wire. And she goes, oh, a bit higher. So hold it up. And then she goes up, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? And then Cheshire Cat's like, nearly. It's a lot better, but there's still distortion. So she goes and gets one more person and gets them to hold it higher, hold it right up, then you hear me. And she goes back on the stage, picks up the phone. Can you hear me now? Is that better? It's a lot better, but there's still a problem. And she says, I see the problem. there's 3 monkeys hanging on the telephone line. Oh dear. Where are we? Oh, beat you to it. Was that the phone? Or was it the ferry? You done Tammy again, Blue. Tammy just got in and is finishing off dinner for me. Yay. Not eating it, I hope, for you. Mike does that. If I'm not quick enough, he drinks my wine. My phone is seriously not well. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, and that was one of my simple ones. That's why I must find them. I've got all the, well, not every show I did, but some later ones that I directed or produced. And sometimes I would come on and be in the sketches. So there'll be a few of me because everyone likes to see the principal come out and do something. So sometimes you'll see me doing them. And it was like, oh, it's Miss Dawn. Woo. And then I can call the adults up and make fools of them too. Oh dear. Sorry. Ha ha ha, I think my phone has monkeys. What's happened to your phone? He can if he wants. I'm too hot to be hungry. I'm hot. Look, I've still got my bikini top on. But where to put a top on top? A top on top. Oh dear. Yes. What's the time? 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. I think I better go soon, guys, because we do need to have dinner. I think it's just rolls again tonight. So we tend to, a lot of the time, depending on what's going on, but in the summer, we tend to have dinner at lunchtime. As I say, it depends what's going on. But because it's so hot and you have to come indoors for siesta, it makes sense. And we maybe watch something that we've recorded because we get all your programs. So we like to watch the house ones and renovations and all those kind of programs, location. So those kind of things we watch at lunchtime. We're watching one at the minute. I don't know if you guys watch telly, but there's one with George Clark, and it's I think about 6 couples or some are single people, and they've all been given £100,000 and they can buy and renovate as many houses as they want, obviously using the money they make to get the next one. I think they've got a year, and they're not limited to where they buy or how much they sell it for, and then the one who makes the most money at the end keeps the £100,000. So that's quite interesting. I think we're on about the 3rd episode of that. I quite like that because they haven't got rules. There's that. Oh yeah. Trying to get me in trouble, Ashley Hunn. It's forgotten the only person I know and write about is Tanny. I don't even know anyone called the other one. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it now. I really appreciate you being there. It's been a bit of a hassle day because of all what's going on. If any of you do know anyone who can just help me out, but just can suggest something, as I say, it doesn't seem to be the mouse. The two problems are I can't highlight, say I'm in someone else's chat now, I can't highlight the name. It highlights the whole thing on Mike's one. So that's problem 1. Problem 2 on Mike's one, as you know, I can't get into, I got into this screen of YouTube. I do it on the webcam. If you go into YouTube, it says, do you want to go live? And then you hit on the left webcam, which is how I always do it. And for me, it was a blank white screen, but you said you could see me. So something's wrong there. And also you said no sound, and we can't figure out how you get the mic working. It says it's working, but there's a bit where it says you can test and nothing there. So if anyone knows how to set up the microphone on the laptop, you would assume it just works, because we never set anything up on this old one. So if anyone can help me on those, because I'm a bit stuck. So I'd appreciate that. Pam, yeah, like your story, you don't need a phone to get in trouble. As soon as it huggles, I can try but we'd have to Skype or something so we can chat and I can look at it. Oh, right. Okay. Well, we can do that because we've got several laptops. Just nothing works on every single one. So, yeah, that would be great. We could do that. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm a little bit loath to go because I really appreciate you and having fun, but I do need to give Mike some time. He's been trying to sort things out for me. I'm assuming you all saw him fiddling around with it because, as I say, we couldn't see what you could see, so I hope you had a laugh. I just said to him, be careful, though they say they can't hear, you don't know how much does get heard. So thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it, and see you soon.